What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel where anime and manga means more. And anyway, we're reviewing Naruto chapter 581. Kabuto is still trying to turn the brothers against each other, and then figures it all out. Now he knows why, Sasuke is doing what he does. Kabuto finally talks some sense into Sasuke. What he's doing is destroying exactly what Itachi fought so hard to save. Flashback time. So Sasuke is having a cup of tea in Konoha with Toby, and they overhear some punks, talking about, talking smack about Itachi, and he's finally dead, yay, yada yada yada, and such, and Sasuke should get a medal for doing such and such, and Sasuke is sitting behind him, and he's like, those cowards don't know what my brother went through. I gotta let everybody know. I need everybody to know. And Toby's up to tell him. He said, man, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. He said, because people ain't going to believe you. And even, it's like, it's his word against theirs. So people won't believe Sasuke. Sasuke's a rogue ninja. So especially coming from Sasuke, they really not going to believe him. Sasuke, he's like basically tells Kabuto, I understand what you mean, but I gotta kill for me. He says, I'm doing this for me. What was his exact words? He says, this isn't my brother will, it's my will, or something like that. And basically, that's kind of make a little bit of sense out of, what he's doing. Just a little bit, makes him less psychotic, because he's saying, I'm just determined to do something and I'm going to handle it. That's what, he don't care whether it's against whoever. That's basically what he said. Backstory time. Kabuto was adopted by Konoha and went over the deep end, on one of his missions, because he used to be like a spy, and he said that he got so mixed up he didn't know who he was. He went off the deep end and then got thrown out like trash. And that's how he hooked up with Konoha, with Orochimaru. Now, the story was, his backstory was, it was, what am I trying to say? It was, it's like, I really didn't care about his backstory up till now. You know what I'm saying? Him rolling with Orochimaru was good enough. These guys met up at some point in time, they had similar interests, and they just doing their thing. He didn't really need a backstory. But, it was like a bonus. Whoa. Itachi set the record straight. He is a ride or die shinobi. He said, yeah, Konoha got his, his dark side and his light side. He said they do a lot of good, but they got a lot of shady things going on in the background. He said, but I'm a ride or die shinobi. He said I'm down with Konoha. Period. I was like, yo. Itachi ain't playing. He ain't playing no games. Itachi is on his grind. He already set things up for Izanami. Now, anyway, what he said was that Kabuto is blocking a lot of ways that they can get to him. Then Itachi said there's another way. And he says, Sasuke assumes that it's Izanagi. He said, no, it's another one. Izanami. Why can they call it Iza Usopp? But anyway, Izanami. That's what they're going to use. And then the guy said, well, how do we do it? He said, I already got things set up. He is on his grind. Like, most of the time, people got to, like, you might have to wake up, early in the morning to get somebody. With Itachi, you got to stay up all that night to get him. Or all that week. You ain't getting up early. You got to stay up. Okay, so this chapter was only 15 pages. And it was kind of slow paced at all the way up to the end. And it seemed like it was stretched because it seemed like they're trying to prolong this battle. After we had all these quick skirmishes in this war, now they're trying to prolong the battle. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like it's stretched. But I really enjoyed this chapter. I really did. The reason why I enjoyed it was for the dialogue. It's three things that I really enjoyed. And it was something said by each character. Sasuke said, I'm doing this for me. Meaning, I'm my own man. Like, let's say you have a father that was a football player, and grandfather that was a football player. His father, which is your father, is a good football player, and all your brothers is football players, and you said no. Luigi is my role model. I'm going to be a plumber. You see what I'm saying? I'm doing it. I'm not going like they might have said we all going to be a great line of such and such. He says no. I'm going to be my own thing, which was kind of it was so. He negated what Kabuto said perfectly. It was like Kabuto said, "You're going against your brother's will," which is another thing I thought that he said that was so great because. He said that Itachi fought so hard, had to do so much stuff, kill his own family and all that to protect Konoha. He did all of that to protect Konoha, and you gonna sit there and just destroy it? You know what I'm saying? So that was that's one thing I loved about what Kabuto said. Just that one sentence. These 3 sentences made this chapter for me. Then Sasuke said to himself, Sasuke said, well, I'm my own man. I didn't even think about, whose will I'm going against. I'm doing this on my own volition. I was like, man, he really went deep. He was really deep on that one. And the final thing, not the final thing. Yeah, the final thing that really turned me on about this chapter was what Itachi said. He said, yeah, I know that the Konoha is shady sometimes. He said, but I'm with Konoha. I was like, whoa. He is ride or die to the T. He said, I know they doing this shady thing. Everything got a dark, light and dark. But I'm going to do whatever I got to do for my village. I represent Konoha. He's repping Konoha harder than Ash reps Pilot Town. The dude he said, I'm down to ride or die for my country. And he did it. He did it. That was like, man, somebody sat down and actually took time to come up with at least those 3 lines, and that made the chapter for me. And at the end, they what you call him, Itachi. Another thing that made the chapter for me, Itachi is on his grind. Like I said, he already had things set up. And that's another thing about Itachi everybody loves. This guy is prepared at all times, but. At the end, they just, he goes in for the attack. They just gonna stop it. It stopped at 15 pages. They could have did 2 extra pages, something like that, for that last thing that ended off. But that's where they ended it off at. But anyway, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Rate the video and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.